Overhead absorption. Overhead absorption. Good day, viewers. You're welcome once again to Web Educate. In our today's lecture, we are covering overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption. Overhead absorption. Overhead absorption. What is overhead absorption? Overhead absorption is the process by which overhead are included in the total cost of a product. Is the process by which overheads are included in the total cost of a product. In the total cost of a product. The total cost of a product. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? This means that said overhead absorption is the process by which overheads are included in the total cost of a product. The total cost of a product. That is, for a single unit, what is the cost? What is the indirect cost that is allocated to a single product from the total overhead of a cost center or of a department? You know, if you are talking about prime cost, we are talking about total cost of a unit. Let me say total cost of a unit produced. Let's say you have the prime cost, which is the prime cost, which is direct material. Let's use $sign, direct material, direct labor or direct wages, then direct expenses. You can only have these direct expenses, the addition of direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. But when you're talking about overhead are the indirect costs. Indirect costs. So for you to get overhead, they are not directly attributable to a product or to a cost object. So what are you going to do? That you are going to look for what? The overhead absorption rate multiplied by the absorption basis, by the applicable absorption basis. For example, you are going to say overhead absorption rate multiplied by, for example, direct labor hour. But you must have gotten the overhead absorption rate first. Then you now add it together. Then it's going to give you the total over total variable over total variable cost. So this is going to give you total cost. As a total cost. It is not total until you have what the variable, the overhead. It is not what total until you have what the variable, until you have the variable overhead. You add it to what, to the prime cost. So it is not what total. So you have to get what the overhead to have a what to get the cost of a product, total cost. So the overhead is now inclusive of what? Of the variable and the fixed element. The variable and the fixed element. So it now gives you the total cost. So you can't get the total cost until you have all the overhead. Prime cost is just the direct. Overhead is are the indirect costs. So that's that illustration there. Let me continue with the concept, with the definition. I want to rub this off. So, overhead absorption is the process by which overheads are included. That is what we do now. You know, you have the prime cost, then we now include what? The overhead. By multiplying the overhead absorption rate with the applicable basis. Whether it's a direct material, whether it's a direct labor, or direct wages, or prime cost, or machine hour, or whatever the basis, or unit produced. So, let me continue. What is now overhead absorption rate? Overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption rate is the predetermined rate at which overhead costs are charged to cost objects. Overhead absorption rate is the rate. This is the rate. This is the rate which is predetermined. So let me just say, this is the predetermined rate. This is the predetermined rate. This is the predetermined rate. This is the predetermined rate at which overhead costs are charged. Predetermined rate at which overhead costs are charged. Overhead absorption rate. This is the predetermined rate at which overhead costs are charged to cost objects. Are charged to cost objects. To cost objects. And this may be products, services, or customer. Such as products, services, or customers. Overhead absorption rate. This is the predetermined rate at which overhead costs are charged to cost objects, such as products, services, or customers. Then we have the overhead absorption rate formula. What's the overhead? What's the formula? Overhead absorption rate formula. formula. And this is total overhead of cost center divided by total number of units of absorption base applicable to cost center equal total overhead of cost center divided by total number of units of absorption for absorption base applicable base or basis depend applicable to cost center. The formula for overhead absorption rate. How do we calculate overhead absorption rate? It is total overhead of cost center divided by total number of units of absorption base applicable to cost center. Now, what is cost center? What is cost center? What is cost center? Let me rub this off. Rub this off to have space. Let me rub this off to have space. Let me rub it off. Cost center. Cost center. Cost center. Cost center. A cost center is defined as a function. A cost center is defined as a function or department within a company which is not directly going to generate revenue and profit to the company, but is still incurring expenses to the company for its operation. A cost center is defined as a function or department. Is defined as a function or department within a company which is not within a company which is not directly going, which is not directly going to generate, generating revenue and profit. Revenue and the profit. Revenue and the profit to the company. But is still incurring expenses. But incur expenses to the company for its operation. for its operations. Cost center is defined as a function or department within a company which is not directly generating revenue and profit to the company, but incur expenses to the company for its operation. That is cost center. Now we are going to look at an illustration. We are going to look at an illustration. We are going to look at an illustration to calculate absorption rate. In calculating absorption rate, the illustration says the following data relate to cost center XY for a period. The following data relate to cost center relate to cost center XY for a period. What are the data? You have the total overhead for period. You have total overhead for period. Total overhead for the period. And that is 18,000. Let's assume $18,000. Total direct labor hour that is 3,000 hour. Total direct wages, total direct wages, that is in currency. Direct wages, that is 4,200 pounds. Total direct material, total direct material, that is 5,500 pounds. Total machine hour, total machine hour, 2,500 hours. Total unit produced, total units produced, 300 units. Using the above data, or using the data above, calculate the overhead absorption rate. Using the above data, calculate overhead absorption rate for each of the bases, for each of the overhead absorption basis. Yeah, this is the illustration. The following data relate to cost center XY for a period. Total overhead for the period $18,000. Total direct labor hour 3,000 hour. Total direct wages £4,200. $4,200. Total direct material $5,500. Total machine hour 2,500 hours. Total units produced 3,000 units. Using the above data, calculate the overhead absorption rate for each of the overhead absorption bases. What are the bases? You have direct labor hour basis, direct wages basis, total direct material basis, total machine hour basis, total unit produced base. Whatever the base, calculate for each of the bases. So how do you go about that? As you have the formula, I'm going to rub it off. I'm going to rub this off. I'm going to rub it off for us to have the solution. To have the solution. I'm going to rub it off to have the solution. I'm going to rub it off to have the solution. To have the solution. See. Calculation of overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption rate. The formula again. Overhead absorption rate is equal what? Total unit, total overhead of cost center. Total overhead of cost center divided by total number of units of absorption base divided by total number of units, or whether pounds or units or hours, just generally total number of units of absorption base applicable to cost center. While absorption rate is the total overhead of cost center divided by total number of units of absorption base applicable to cost center. Now, each basis now. The first one is what? The direct labor hour basis. One direct labor hour basis. Total direct labor hour. Total direct labor hour overhead absorption rate. According to the question, say total direct labor hour for period, which is 3,000. So you now have total direct overhead absorption rate What base are we calculating? The first one is what? The first one is direct labor hour overhead absorption rate. We are calculating what? Calculation of overhead absorption rate. Direct labor hour direct labor hour overhead absorption rate equal what is total overhead. For each of the base, you apply the formula. What's total overhead? The question says 18,000 pounds. 2,000 pounds divided by what is the direct labor hour? That is 3,000. 3,000. If you divide that, you arrive at that is 6 pounds. 6 pounds. That is 6 pounds overhead per labor hour equal, and that is what? Sorry, it's $6, not pounds. Not pounds, sorry. That is $6, and that is $6 overhead per labor hour. That is $6 overhead absorption rate. $6 overhead per direct labor hour. 2. What is the second one? Second is direct wage. Direct wages. Direct wages overhead absorption rate equal the formula for absorption rate equal the formula total overhead of cost center. What's total overhead of cost center? I have 18,000. What is the direct wages? Direct wages is 4,002 according to the question. $4,200. If you divide it, you arrive at 4.3. This is 4.3 pounds. 4.3 pounds, that's approximately 4.3 pounds. And add the numerator, that is 4.3 pounds. 4.3 pounds overhead per pounds overhead per dollar, not pounds, sorry, per dollar of direct wages, per direct labor hour, because we are talking about labor hour here is per direct labor hour, but per wages, that is per $1 of direct wages, per dollar of direct wages. 3. What's the next basis? Total direct material overhead absorption rate equal what is the total overhead of cost center according to the formula, and that is 18,000 $18,000 divided by what is the total material? Total direct material according to the question. Total direct material, that is 5,000. 5,500 pounds. 5,500 pounds. And if you divide that, you arrive at what? You arrive at 3.3 pounds. Sorry, $3.3. Sorry for the pounds. $3.3. This question is taken from what? From a costing textbook. From costing textbook. Then, and that is what? $3.3 pounds, $3.3 overhead per what? Because this is material, it is in currency, not in quantity. It is what it is in price. That is per dollar of direct material. Of direct material. Then for the next one is what? You know, in the question, prime cost is not given as the basis, but you can still calculate what? Overhead absorption rate per prime cost. So, and what is prime cost for you? Prime cost is the addition of what? Of your prime cost. The addition of what? Of direct material direct labor, and direct expenses. You sum it up to arrive at your what? At your prime cost. So what's our prime cost now? For example, we have, what's that direct material? What's direct material? Let's just use this little space. Direct material is 5,500. I mean 5,500. What is direct labor? Direct wages. Wages is same thing about as direct labor. Direct wages. How much are the labor paid? How much do we pay them? That is 4,200. Direct expenses. There is no direct expenses. Sum it up, and you have what? 9,700, right? 9,700. 9,700. Divide that. 18,000 divided by 9,700, and that gives you approximately 1.9. Approximately 1.9. So that is approximately 1.9 pounds. Approximately 1.9 pounds, and the prime cost there is what is. Then I have my prime cost overhead absorption rate equal, according to the formula, $18,000 divided by 9,700 pounds, and that gives me what? 1.9 pounds, approximately 1.9 pounds. So I rub this off. So, and that is what my narration is. 1.9 overheads per pounds per dollar of prime cost. Next, total machine hour. At least let me rub this part off so that let me do just one more. 225 machine hour overhead absorption rate. Let me rub it up let me rub the upper side up. Let me leave the formula and rub here, rub here, 5 5, right? 5 machine hour overhead absorption rate. Because according to the formula, what's the formula? 18,000 total overhead of cost center, which is $18,000. And according to the question, what is total machine hour? That is 2,500. 2,500 machine hour. 2,500 hour. And when you divide that, what do you arrive at? You arrive at 7.2 hour. $7.2 per hour. $7.2 per machine hour. And what is the narration? You have there 7.2 over S per pounds per dollar. Sorry, per what? Per hour. Per hour. 7.2 over S per machine hour. Per machine hours. Per machine hour. Right? Then 6 total unit produced. What's 6? That is unit overhead absorption rate. That is cost unit overhead absorption rate. And that is, what is the overhead? That is the cost. That is 18,000 $18,000 divided by, what is the, how many units was produced? 300. You divide that, you arrive at 60. You arrive at $60. You arrive at $60 per unit. $60 per unit. $60 per 7.2. Let me write this per hour. $7.2 per hour. And this one is what? Is 60 pounds per unit produced. So what is the narration of that? The narration of that is a 60 pounds is a 60 pounds over X. 60 pounds over S per unit, right? Per unit produced. And that is the end of the solution. That is the end of the what of the solution. So what are we calculating? We are calculating overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption rate is very, very important in many areas of cost accounting. You have it in the standard costing, very, very important. You have it in marginal costing, very, very important. You use it in absorption costing, very, very important. Many areas use it. So how do you calculate this? How to calculate it? How to calculate overhead absorption rate? But depends on the basis given. So we have calculated for many bases. Calculate for what? For for direct material, direct wage, machine hour, prime cost, unit produce for wages. So depend on the basis you are given in what in the exam. Depend on the basis that you are the applicable basis that you are given in the exam. So that is the solution. So once again, you are welcome to Web Educate, and if you are new to this channel and you have not subscribed to it, please do subscribe to it by pressing the red button to enable the channel to have more engagement all over the world. Please subscribe to it. Share the video among your friends, among your friends, students, so that the channel will be able to have more you'll be able to have more engagement. So, and as you do so, God bless you. So watch out for more of this. Watch out for more of this. This is just how to calculate the overall absorption rate. So God bless you. See you in the next video.